taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Steeler defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And he'll get it inside the 35. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers working on cuts in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And so it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a second and 10. Operating from the gun. Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Following the fumble recovery, Gabriel. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Steelers at 8-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Gabriel. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Washington. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the #1 thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
Now Ward. Looking to throw on second down. He finds his man, Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. There he goes left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Ward. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Ward. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Looking left side, and it's complete. And but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 more there and another 1st down. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Back to throw. Ward. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Ward. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Titans have cut it back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Second and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Gabriel working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
Back to throw. Gabriel. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
To throw on 3rd down. Gabriel. And this is caught at the 8. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Ready. 53.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 10 left. Right, 6.
Back to throw. Gabriel. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it his timing at the line of scrimmage, have extra people in the territory for him. You've got to do everything and change it up from snap to snap.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenneth Gainwell. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10. Off play action. Ward. Going up top. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Ward now, throwing on first down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Steelers set to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun. Gabriel going down the middle, and it's complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Red, yellow, smash, check, pink. Go pink.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Again down here by the goal line, everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Getting caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kenny Pickett, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Bo Nix, terrific in the win as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moore. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. Gabriel. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Second down and 6 now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 97 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. To throw is Ward. To throw on 3rd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Running right, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Lines up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Ward. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. Going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Ward on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pollard going to try the right side. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Looking to throw. Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Ward under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's Ward. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
45, right, 97, 6, Rebel, Ultra, go Ultra. Rebel.
Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Check right. Ultra, Ultra.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable. To give yourself a chance to pick up a first down, how about that call on second down? The big man puts them in position to make it third and manageable. I wonder if they'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Looking to throw. Ward. That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. Back to throw. Ward. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw again.
Out toward the sideline and completing it to Pollard.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run forward with Pollard, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Here's third and a few inches. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
on, set. 52 blue. Hey.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Gabriel. And he fires one incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, Gabriel. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now Ward to throw on 2nd down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Ward now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Ward. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Looking to throw. Ward. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Ward. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tajay Spears. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Gabriel, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it. The receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Gabriel escaping the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll come up first and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Steelers, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Nashville, good night, everybody.